Great year for Lou Carnesecca. Next week on CBS Sports, St. John's against Syracuse in another important Big East battle. McHale with 1 second on the clock scores for the Boston Celtics. We're in the second period. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn reporting from the Forum in Inglewood, California. Double team on Kareem. Scott Wedman is in the game for Boston. And Cooper hits the shot. Cooper has been ice cold lately. He wants to get that shooting eye back. Good start for him.
Kareem absolutely found the right man. He is so smart when he gets double teamed.
So Wedman is in for Larry Bird and takes the shot. You remember the shot he took against the Lakers in game number 1 last year. He hits his first basket. Carlos Clark is on Magic Johnson. Tough assignment. Bob McAdoo hits. The shooting has been brilliant in this game.
I'll tell you, McAdoo is one of the greatest outside shooters for big people, I think, that ever hit the NBA, and Magic's going to take advantage of that when it's there.
Lakers by 5. Coming out of the pack is Wedman. Again, Wedman. And again, he hits. Scott Wedman.
Got Worthy shaking his head. I don't believe it.
Once an NBA All-Star, he has adjusted to his role as a guy who plays a few minutes off the bench for the Celtics. McAdoo, inside pass to Kareem. Kevin McHale the rebound to Carlos Clark.
See, the Celtics don't have that real push-up man like Magic Johnson is to the Lakers.
McHale turnaround. Kevin McHale on a turnaround shot. Larry Bird, who scored 13 points in the first period. Magic Johnson led the Lakers with 12. This is a three-point attempt by Cooper. And here's McAdoo. And hurt on the floor is James Worthy. Might have been hit or kicked in the face. Carlos Clark coming back missing. And a loose ball foul has been called. And there's James Worthy, who might have been hit in the eye. Staying in there. Scott Wedman on the loose ball foul. Pat Riley, who led the Lakers to the NBA Finals the last 3 years, winning 1.
24.
Riley is one of the real great coaches at getting the most out of quick people.
And one of the classiest guys you'll ever want to meet. Clark goes up for the fake. Magic Johnson taught him a lesson there.
Well, a second-year player went for the fake. Nobody goes for the fake on Magic without getting burned.
Wedman, but there is Clark, keeping it alive and traveling against Scott Wedman, but we got a glimpse of the good things that Carlos Clark can do.
He's got potential, but his offense needs a little work. But Casey Jones is concerned in his second unit in the ball game with turnovers, which was quite evident that time, the walking violation.
Here's Magic firing away. He has 16 points already.
I'll tell you, he's playing the game with a furrowed brow. You know, Magic used to smile a lot. And McAdoo said he's playing this season with a mission.
He has 6 assists to go with those 16 points. And I think he does have a mission, particularly against the guys in green. 7 on the shot clock. Dennis Johnson against Cooper. And we have a foul inside. It's against Bob McAdoo of the Lakers. Rambis will be checking back in for the Lakers, but we have a timeout. 8:47 remaining in the second period. LA has the lead. If there's been one barometer between the teams, rebounding has been it. Last year, 6 of the 7 championship games, the team that controlled the boards came out ahead, including the first game between the teams this year. Boston had the battle of the boards and won the game, but the Celtics lead the rebounding, although they trail right now.
Well, I think the answer to that is really the fast break opportunities and the easy hoops that the Lakers are getting, plus the hot hand from outside of Magic Johnson.
Ready? Here we go.
Rebound or no rebound.
Don't break me.
That'll do it.
Go.
Celtics have used 9 men already. That's 1 more than they used in the first meeting between these clubs when Boston won by a basket. 8:40 remaining in the first half. Carlos Clark guarded by Mike McGee, who's come into the ball game, number 40. Maxwell going inside. Basket counts and a foul as Maxwell and Rambis. You remember those 2 last year.
I'll tell you, that was a sweet move by Maxwell. He goes to the left. He knows McAdoo's got to cut him off. He swings back. Really takes a blow on the shot. It goes in, and look at Max is on the floor already. And Rambis was playing pretty good defense that time, help defense.
Larry Bird is into the ball game, replacing Scott Wedman, who did a good job in the time he was in. But with Mike McGee in there, he becomes the quick, small forward that the Lakers hope to use to advantage against the strength, speed versus strength.
Right. They mount the fastest three-man attack in the NBA with guys like Worthy and McGee at the quick forward spot.
Cooper gets it inside to Worthy. McHale the rebound. So we have the contrast out there. That's 5 rebounds for Kevin McHale. 2-point lead for the Lakers. They had a 7-point lead, biggest of the ball game in the second period. Bird is short. McGee shuffles it to Cooper. Celtics get back and force the Lakers into the half-court offense. Worthy against McHale.
Yeah, McHale's the perfect type of guy to try and guard Worthy. He's got the long arms and knows that he can get at the shooting hand, but it doesn't seem to bother Worthy at all.
Maxwell. Cedric Maxwell was thrown out of the game against Seattle. He picked up 2 technicals prior to the half, but before he went out, he had a terrific game with 18 points.
I'll tell you, it was the dumbest play I've ever seen in basketball when he bounced it off the backboard when he was disgruntled with himself for missing the free throw. The dumbest play I've ever seen.
Worthy goes out of the game with 8 points. Dennis Johnson tries to save it. Danny Ainge will check back in, replacing Carlos Clark. So the Celtics actually narrowed the Laker lead using their bench in this instance.
That's a good sign for them. But they got Wedman the ball an awful lot when he was in there, and that's a good sign that they're starting to go to somebody with a little cohesiveness in that second unit.
7:15 on the clock, second period. McAdoo against McHale. Good defense by Kevin McHale. Larry Bird the rebound. He has 13 points to lead Boston, all in the first period. Maxwell goes in and gets nothing. And now a loose ball foul is called by Jake O'Donnell. Hugh Hollins is the other official working this afternoon. And the foul is on McAdoo, his second. Robert Parrish, the starting center, comes back in for Boston. McHale goes out.
And he was pretty effective, Kevin McHale, on the boards and defensively, even against Jabbar.
7 minutes to go in the second period. Celtics down by 4. Larry Bird with a fall-away runaway, and it's 44-42. Byron Scott goes for 3. McAdoo. No basket. The foul was before the shot. McAdoo just camped underneath, and now Pat Riley wants a timeout.
31.
And the foul is on Cedric Maxwell. The key 4th game of last year's World Championship Series, and Larry Bird goes to work with 21 rebounds along with 29 points. But this is where the emotions boiled over. Kurt Rambis clobbered by Kevin McHale, and the bad blood between the clubs was out in the open. In overtime, M.L. Carr's basket seals the second overtime victory for Boston. The series is tied 2 games apiece. You know, with all of the fervor last year, Tommy, it's amazing when you look at Pat Riley and Casey Jones, 2 of the calmer, quieter coaches you'll see.
They get upset, though, in the playoffs. Anybody gets upset.
McAdoo hits.
You know, Riley today, Dick, has a chance to tie Cunningham's record for the quickest to reach 200 wins.
How sweet it would be for him to achieve it against the Boston Celtics. 200
wins in 289 games.
Larry Bird gets the roll, and Bird has 17 points. Magic Johnson leads the Lakers with 16. 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second period. Rambis gets feed inside. Bird knocks it away. Larry Bird has made 2 outstanding defensive plays in this first half. Finds Dennis Johnson open. And Johnson hits. By the way,
well, they had him spread out that time, Dick. Bird had everybody leaning his way.
Cooper going up. Too close inside. It's Boston ball. Kareem comes back in the ball game along with Magic Johnson shortly. Magic will have to wait. Kareem is in there, replacing McAdoo. I was going to say a foul before that we had called for Maxwell was changed by Jake O'Donnell to Dennis Johnson, so Johnson has 1. Robert Parrish, not yet a factor in this ball game. And the words are no sooner out of our mouths. 1 point and 1 rebound before that basket by the Chiefs.
Larry Bird felt the pressure of Kareem and knew Parrish is going to be wide open.
Byron Scott wide open hits. He has 8 points.
Here comes Bird over the top, picked up by Kareem. And look at right away, he knows that Parrish is rolling to the hoop. That's thinking 2 steps ahead of the defense.
They warned the Lakers for a delay of the game. Someone must have kicked the ball, and Hugh Hollinsfeld on purpose after that basket. Johnson goes in. Good defense by McGee behind. And here is the Geeter, as they call him, Mike McGee on offense. Cooper left open. Hits again. Michael Cooper may be coming out of a shooting slump today.
Well, he just had nobody out there guarding him. Somebody should have gone out. Particularly, Kareem wasn't even up the court. They had 5 men to guard 4. They let Cooper take the shot.
Parrish. And a foul before the shot as Magic Johnson now gets a chance to come back in the ball game. Kareem commits the foul. That'll be the second personal foul as Mike McGee goes out of the ball game. Team fouls. The Lakers have 4. 1 more, and they're in the penalty. The Celtics have only 2.
I think they want to go to the matchup of Parrish a little bit more than they have in the first half.
Well, we'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Cedric Maxwell, the silent partner, as Casey Jones calls him, will go to the line as Pat Riley looks at the scoreboard.
Here's Maxwell as Rambis is playing him to his right, forcing him to his left, but takes the body contact and flips it up lefty. That is no easy shot. That is one tough move. I tell you, you know what Maxwell says about himself? He says, I am Pac-Man. I eat him up on defense. You saw that machine. You never played those machines, did you?
I was a little older than that, but I know a lot of kids do.
Quarters.
I'm a kid in other ways. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. James Worthy replaces Michael Cooper. Big team in there for the Lakers. Bird comes out of nowhere for the rebound to Dennis Johnson. 51-50. The Celtics regained the lead. They were down by 7 prior to the end of the first period, and Danny Ainge has given them now a 3-point lead.
Now, that's something you didn't see the Celtics do a lot last year. Pull up jump shots on the fast break. They're doing it this year, however.
Scott looking for an open space to shoot. And he's hot. Doesn't matter where he is. 10 points for Byron Scott. One thing, 7-point lead doesn't mean much in this game.
Not with both teams having the ability to score them in bunches.
Shooting has been phenomenal. Dennis Johnson, defense from behind by Scott. That's twice someone has gotten Scott from behind defensively. 3:24 remaining in the first half. Worthy and Bird with a rebound. Celtics by 1. Here's Larry. It's not a good pass inside the Parrish.
Well, he thought he had Parrish wide open, but Magic was alert.
We've seen him before. Reminiscent of the Lakers' 3rd game victory when they blew by Boston to a 33-point victory. Last year's title. 54-53, the Lakers. Harris. 2:42 to go, and the Lakers are scrapping inside, even with their small guys like Byron Scott, and Magic Johnson is fouled. The shooting, as we said, has been terrific in this ball game, and they're the numbers that back it up.
I'll tell you, that last foul committed by Maxwell was Boston's attempt to try and slow up the advance of Magic Johnson, so everybody taking a shot at trying to slow Magic down.
That's the team effort. Worthy gets his own rebound. Rambis. Tell you, the Lakers are tigers off the offensive glass here. Byron Scott. What a terrific ball game this is. As Larry Bird hits a 3-pointer to tie the ball game at 56.
Scott hits one from downtown. Bird recoups the same thing.
And Worthy is fouled inside. Larry Bird claiming he got all ball, and Jake O'Donnell said you got part ball.
Rambis is really hustling. Here's a short shot, but Rambis over the top of Maxwell. Bird tries to swat at it. But Rambis, that's what his job is. Get in there and bang around, throw some bodies, and hurt people in there. That's what they feel the Lakers have needed for a while, is a guy that will be a little fearless or reckless underneath.
Larry Bird's first personal foul of the game. Worthy hits the free throw. There's Kurt Rambis, who, by the way, got married over the All-Star break. His wife, Linda. They originally were going to set the date in the summer. He said, why not? And I guess the marriage is working. He got 10 rebounds Friday night. The rebounding story, Boston has the lead, though it be slim. And the Lakers have the lead in the game by 1. Maxwell. Rambis clears it. 1:45 to go in the first half. Dennis Johnson on Magic Johnson. Rambis setting a screen. Pick and roll to Kurt Rambis. And Danny Ainge up court. And Boston leads by 1.
Well, they played some great defense, Boston, picking off that pick and roll play to Rambis. Step right in, make it a tough shot.
Kareem is fouled and will go to the line with 1:17 to go. We have done games here, Tommy, when the crowd was quiet and silent. Not today. They are loud and very much into the game.
Pick and roll to Rambis that doesn't work, as everybody got right in there, particularly Danny Ainge. He ends up with the ball, scored up the other end. But I'll tell you, the Lakers will push you right back down your teeth, and Jabbar running, get into the low post before the Celtics defense could really adjust. Up at the free throw line right now because of that situation.
Dennis Johnson has been the point guard. Kevin McHale has come into the ball game now, so McHale and Parrish are both in there. Foul was on Bird, his second. High score, winding down to the final minute of a first half that's had 8 ties and 6 lead changes. 7 on the shot clock. Ames. And Dennis Johnson from the corner breaks the tie.
There's that outside shooting that has become such a factor for the Celtics. Now that Magic, does he push the ball up?
22nd timeout called by Casey Jones of the Boston Celtics. Parrish was shaken up, and he'll go to the bench. Ray Melchiori, the trainer, is with him, and Robert Parrish is upset and also hurting a bit. We're going to be with you next Sunday, the NBA on CBS, when these Lakers take on the New York Knicks, who have been injury-riddled this year. Not so for their superstar, Bernard King. He scored 60 earlier this year. He had 55 last night in a losing effort against the Nets. But the Knicks always play the Lakers tough, Tommy. Last year they beat them twice. This year went down to the wire.
I'll tell you, UB Brown does an outstanding job with that second unit. As Robert Parrish hurt his ankle, and he'll be going into the bench, or into the locker room. Here's how he hurt that ankle. Just stepped right all over Magic. And the foul was called, I believe, on Danny Ainge. But it was really Magic that fouled him.
The Parrish and Ray Melchiori go to the dressing room. And Maxwell, McHale, and Bird will be the Boston front line for the remaining 53 seconds of this first half.
And that's the one player the Celtics can really not afford to lose, because the next backup man is Greg Kite, who hasn't played an awful lot at center for the Celtics the past 2 years. It would make McHale have to move to the center position and Kite be the total backup man.
Kite did show some promise playing last year, and he's been playing really shuffled in the background this season.
Well, they don't feel that he's really mastered the offensive part of the game yet either, but perhaps we'll see him a little bit here, particularly if Parrish doesn't show up in the second half.
Magic Johnson has 17 points. He made 1 out of 2. Under a minute, as you see, remaining in the first half. McHale trying to set a pick and roll, and Larry Bird. Missing Ames, gets it away from Rambis. Boston still has it. They're leading by 1. Celtics trying to repeat as champions, be the first team to do so in 16 years. McAdoo out to meet Maxwell. Ames, 3-point attempt. And Bird has it. And Jake O'Donnell signals foul against the Lakers with 16 seconds to go, and Larry Bird perseveres.
Well, without Kareem in there, they're kind of small, these Lakers. Boston has They're big rebounders, particularly Bird, who's so smart, knowing when to go in and when not to go in for the rebound. Got that one and drew the foul, really.
Larry Bird.
He made them foul him, Dick.
21 for Larry Bird. He should get over 30 without much trouble this afternoon. I don't think anyone denies the fact that he's the best player in the league today.
Well, he's the thinkingest player, I believe, in the NBA. He shows it on the court. That's what I like about him. And plus the competitive soul that he's got.
Magic Johnson tries to scoop it up. McHale the rebound with 4 seconds to go. Bird to Dennis Johnson with 1. And that's it. That's the end of the first half. 62-59. They've gone back and forth. The Celtics have the lead and will return with Pat O'Brien at the half.
Pushing the ball up the court, Dick, they really have something. And here's the shot, a little pickoff, and up comes Scott. But watch all those quick people get up the court. Kareem is already out on the wing, and it's inside passing that the Lakers do so well.
Larry Bird, 22 points. They have not been able to stop him.
Well, he's been offensive rebounding. Here you see him pulling one down and putting it back up. But he's been playing the total game for Boston. His outside shooting was exceptional in the first half. Open up the inside. But now you're going to see a beautiful pass inside as Kareem adjusts and opens up Parrish's game. So he's making a lot of things happen for the Celtics.
All right. Now the rebounding statistics show Boston leading 23-15. The Celtics leading there, and there's the turnover story as well. But the bigger story for the Boston Celtics, and the shooting has been superb, is the fact that Robert Parrish has a sprained left ankle and is not expected to return to the ball game. The scoring leaders right now, Bird with 22, Magic Johnson 17. So Greg Kite, the man who you were talking about, who really has been played sparingly, could get the test in the second half.
Well, he probably will play quite a few minutes in the second half, although McHale undoubtedly will start. But Kite's lacing up his sneakers, I see already, pretty tightly on that sideline, anticipating he's going to play.
So we're underway in the third. Byron Scott on Danny Ainge, Rambis on Maxwell, Worthy on Bird, and Maxwell misses the first shot of the second half. The Lakers trying to push it up with the Magic. Biggest lead in the game. The Lakers had a 7-point lead just before the end of the first period. Last year, the Lakers won both meetings between these clubs. Kareem. And it's a 1-point Boston lead.
Boy, nice pass by Magic to Jabbar. At least I think it was a pass.
Hale starting at center. Inside Maxwell, and Cedric Maxwell with 10 points in the ball game. Dennis Johnson has 12 for Boston. Besides Magic, 17. Byron Scott, red-hot shooter, 14 points for the Lakers. Like the Lakers' scoring has been dominated by their guards. Magic fall away, was pushed, and will go to the line to shoot a pair.
I tell you, Larry Bird is doing a rather unusual thing. He's leaving anybody he's guarding to go in there and double team on Jabbar. And when you leave Worthy, you're leaving a heck of an offensive rebound.
Danny Ainge has 4 personal fouls as a result of that push. So now the Celtics could find themselves with a depth problem, and they're going to have to call on Carlo M.L. Carr. M.L. Carr, who last year stole the ball, sealed the Laker doom in Game 4, and they remember here at the Forum, don't they?
Well, he's one of those contented guys on the bench. He knows that he can fulfill some of the things Casey Jones wants by just being physical out there, and he's going to be physical.
Some people say even belligerent. Lakers trail by 1. Celtics less than 2 minutes gone by here in this second half. Dick Stockton and Tom Heinsohn here at the Forum. M.L. Carr takes too many steps, and the crowd loves that turnover.
Doesn't phase ML though. He's an affable belligerence he has.
Johnson runs him into a pick. He fights through it. Kareem against McHale. What can McHale do defensively against Kareem? Much.
Not too much. It's just shade his shooting side, hang on his left shoulder perhaps to try and